Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys my final recap and thoughts on Garo Vanishing Line, episode 24. Now, this episode right here was a nice finale, so if anything else, let's go. Now, I let you guys know that Sophie wakes up, and of course, Sword ends up taking on the Dark Knight, of course, but I thought the fight might last a little bit long, but I guess it became a little bit short, which is okay. And therefore, after killing the Dark Knight, we have to it that Sword just stands there while the entire virtual world gets destroyed. We have to it that Sophie asks what Sword is, and Gina can only hug her because of what happened. Luke, on the other hand, uses a bullet of the rain to make Sophie forget. Eventually, 1 year has passed and it was like Christmas or something season. Which I go like, this is spring right now, right? Damn it. Etc. And we have to it that eventually Sophie seems to be living a good life right now, for the time being, at the same orphanage. But eventually her memories do come back, and looking at her coat and finding a pendant stone inside her sweater pocket, she ends up having to remember everything and goes to a diner and sees Gina there, and they end up having a little small talk. After much talking here and there, we have to it that Sophie asks Gina, how do you become a Makai alchemist? So Sophie will not allow anyone to go through what she had to go through when she was young. And we had to it that since she made her decision, she decided to go for it. We had to it that I think the girl, Fei Long, and the others, while the credits were playing at the same time, were just like moving the restaurant around here and there. Well, keep the restaurant busy, if anything. And we had to it that we see Luke during the credits, etc. Like, I think he might be somewhere else, possibly. I don't know if he's at the same location. But we had to it that Luke is actually a Makai Knight, which he ends up being a dual wielder in terms of his weapon. And I'm like, oh wow, dude, that's just very cool. And we had to it that the bishop, on the other hand, who's free from everything else and was happy to see to it that he's trying to figure out what his next move is. And we see to it that Sophie made a bullseye and ends up telling Sword that someday I'll see you again. But we had to it that someone comes out of the restroom and it was actually Sword. So all this time he is okay, and Sophie can only look on in like awe right now, and Sword's like, excuse me, then he goes back into the restroom again. I'm like, wow, dude, this is just funny as hell. And then it ends off there after Sword says excuse me. So yeah, that's how it ended off. Overall, yeah, I know most of my recaps of Garo Vanishing Line has been a little bit short here and there, but this one has also been short as well. It's like this: Sword takes on the Dark Knight and defeats him and kills him, while like Sophie ends up forgetting after what happened thanks to Luke's reign, but eventually remembers, meets up with Gina, and Luke becoming a Makai Knight, and we see Sword at the end of the episode of the finale. So overall, I thought the finale was pretty cool. I really wish it could have been a much more better one, but I guess the way how it ended, I guess it's okay as well. But now to talk about my overall thoughts about the series. Honestly, I really loved this series, Vanishing Line, compared to like Guru no Tsuki or Crimson Moon, etc. I'm pretty sure if you guys been keeping up to date with any Garo series to anime of the Garo anime series, you know what I'm talking about. Of course, the first Garo will always be my favorite one, and that's the Hono no Kokuin, and Garo Vanishing Line just took second place for me right there, while Guru no Tsuki is like in last place since I didn't like it that much or something, but yeah. Overall, like I said, I thought the Vanishing Line series of Garo was very cool, and had its moments where it developed certain characters such as Luke and Sophie, those I only see those two characters like having certain development here and there, but it was still pretty nice to the end. Anyways, like I said, I really loved the Vanishing Line series, etc. And what would be my score out of it? I'd say 7 out of 10, I guess. Like I said, much better than Guru no Tsuki. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. So I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day. And I hope you guys enjoyed the Garo Vanishing Line series. That's if you kept up to date with it to the very end, as much as I did. Alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!